Hey guys, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite movies, and today I'm going to be doing a movie roundup video where I talk about the movies, TV shows, and animes I watched in the last few weeks or so. So yeah, given that the spring semester has ended for me, for like a whole month now, I finally have some time to watch more movies, more TV shows, and more animes, so expect more to come out in the following few months, I guess. So starting off at the very end of June, I watched 2001: A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick, and as you all may know, I watched it with someone that I prefer to never speak to again. But that did not detract me from the experience at all. I still think it is absolutely fantastic. I watched it on a big screen and oh my god, it is beautifully stunning. This film has some of the most impressive use of CGI, and it's made in freaking 1968. The film is also really abstract, but because of that, it is as poetic as it gets. The ending of the film is one of my favorite endings of all times, and I cannot recommend this movie enough. It is actually, if you're not super into art house films, this film will still manage to impress you. Let's just say that. 10 out of 10. Then I watched John Wick Chapter 4, and yeah, it's a fun movie, but also very long and bloated. It has some really cool action scenes, especially in the last act, that I really enjoy, but it's far from being the best action movie ever. Some people watch this and they're like, oh my god, this is some of the greatest choreography in cinematic history. Well, just watch any Hong Kong action film. You'll feel the other way. Then I watched Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and yeah, it's pretty awful. One thing I can say that, however, is that it knows that it's awful and it treats itself like it's a B picture, and it stays that way. It doesn't bite more than it can chew. The characters make some of the dumbest decisions ever, so that's that, and overall the effects are pretty freaking bad. 3 out of 10. Then my short film premiered, and of course I watched it, and nobody was watching it when I was premiering it, but just giving everyone a heads up, my short film is out now. Please watch it. I really enjoyed it. This is the first time I've ever been satisfied with my own short film, so please watch it. Then I finished watching Oshinoko Season 1, and yeah, this anime season is off to an extremely interesting start with an 82-minute long first episode. And the rest of the season is just okay, maybe a bit too cliche. The characters are pretty bland, but I love the premise overall, and I think it has a lot of potential. 7 out of 10. Then I watched The Longest Summer by Fruit Chan. I watched it on YouTube. It's a very shitty video with shitty audio in 360p, but oh my god, I love it. Once again, Fruit Chan takes the Hong Kong gangster film formula and twist it and turn it into a depressing social realist film about politics. The characters are so human and real, yet they're still interesting, and the story of the film hits me especially hard because of its political themes and how they affect small lives all over the city. The cinematography is amazing, the use of music is great as well, and it is a freaking masterpiece. 9 out of 10. Then I went to the New Beverly Cinema, owned by Quentin Tarantino, to watch The Big Heat, 1988, directed by Johnny To, actually, and another guy. And man, New Bev is such a film bro cinema. But anyways, the film itself is a solid police versus gangster action thriller. The over-the-top violence is awesome, and the movie is hilarious at some points. Maybe the movie's too fast-paced, but overall I enjoyed it quite a bit. 7 out of 10. Then for the second movie of the double feature, we watched Edge of Darkness, and it is extremely obscure. When I logged it on Letterboxd, it has like 60-something views, so goddamn. And yeah, same formula, same vibe, but less impactful. The plot also gets very messy and incoherent. My favorite scene is ironically the Pizza Hut product placement, so there's that. And I forgot to mention that I watched these two films in 35mm film, which is really freaking cool. 6 out of 10. Then I watched Made in Abyss: Dawn of the Deep Soul, which is the movie between Season 1 and Season 2. And hey, it's another emotionally traumatizing fantasy anime, and it's right up my alley. 8 out of 10. Then I rewatched The Master by Paul Thomas Anderson at the Aero Theater with my friend Cliff in 70mm film, and it is freaking amazing. I think I love this movie even more in a second watch. I love pretty much every aspect of it. The acting is amazing, the music by Johnny Greenwood is great, the cinematography is so damn good, and the editing, sheesh! Every single scene of this film sticks in my head on a rewatch, and themes are much more obvious. There's just a lot to chew on and a lot of layers to peel with this film, and it's slowly becoming my favorite PTA film. 10 out of 10. Then I watched Manila and the Claws of Light, which is a 1975 Filipino film, and it is yet another social realist film, but the fact that it's made in the Philippines in the freaking 70s is honestly really impressive. Some of the editing choices are really overdramatic, but I'm simply just a sucker for ultra depressing films about people being poor and sick and sad and lonely. 9 out of 10. Then I finally finished watching Demon Slayer Season 3, and yeah, it is the weakest season by far, but it's not as bad as people say it is. The fights are less entertaining, and some of the flashback sequences get formulaic, and the OP sucks so freaking much. But there is also a fair amount of amazing action and animation and voice acting that I really, really love. So overall, it's still a pretty positive experience for me. 7 out of 10. So yeah, these are the movies, TV shows, and animes I watched in the last few days or so. More will be coming. Comments below, let me know, subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.